Hey guys, I'm Liv Jaeger. I'm a model with VIVA GLAM magazine, and I'm a fitness addict. So I'm super excited to show you guys all my fitness tips and tricks today. So I would download the Interval app. It's just called Interval Timer from the iTunes store. And it basically allows you to customize each workout you do. So for this workout, it's gonna be 14 minutes long. And it's broken down into basically sets of twos, so a high interval and a low interval. It doesn't mean that any workout is harder than the other, it just is a way of segmenting the workout out. One move is 1 minute and 15 seconds, and the next move is 1 minute. And it all adds up to 14 minutes. So let's get started. In this plank exercise, it targets all areas of the abs. It's a really simple but intense move. It gets the obliques, the side of your abs, the transverse abdominis, which is interior abs, and the lower abs, which is right near the navel, which is very hard to get. And it's really, we hold it for 1 minute and 15 seconds here. And it's really hard, but as long as you can just push through it. Now, this is a variation of the plank where you move your knees towards the elbows. This is for 1 minute. And you can keep track on your phone, on the app I spoke about earlier. And this really gets your obliques. You'll feel it definitely when you start moving. And it's important not to dip your lower back to make sure you're not hurting your lower back. Now, this is a total oblique isolation move. You can hold your legs, your feet together, or you can lift your top foot up like such. That makes it a little harder. So you want to do this move on the other side as well, to make sure that you're getting both sides of the abs. In the windshield wiper, you're really targeting the obliques as well as the lower abs. And make sure you have your arms on the side just to keep a good balance so you're not hurting your lower back muscles. For this move, we're doing Flutter Kicks, which you keep your hands under your lower back just to make sure you're protecting your lower back so it's not arching and it's not putting strain on those lower back muscles. Keep the movement tight so your legs aren't flying around, and keep it nice and tight, and this will really isolate your lower ab muscles. Now we're going to the standard bicycle kick. I love it because it really hits your obliques and it gets your heart rate up a little bit too. So I'm a Pilates girl and I love to do the V-sit. It's hard to get in position sometimes, especially because I was kind of falling on the grass a bit. But if you try to get your balance, if you can't really get your balance too well, then just kind of lightly touch your thighs, and that way you can make sure you're not falling down. But as long as you can hold it for 1 minute, like we have outlined here, that's great. So now we're going to heel touches. This is another oblique move, and if you know me, then you know I love obliques. And this one, you make sure your legs are just slightly tilted in a pyramid type motion, and make sure the tops of your fingers are touching the heels of your foot on the outside. Now, the standard Russian twist. This is a key balance kind of move, and it really targets the obliques again, as well as the lower abs, because you're holding yourself up. So this one's kind of interesting. It's called the bear knee tuck. It's something we kind of use in Pilates, but I've modified it for just like you can do it anywhere, basically, in your house or on the grass here. So basically what you do is you kind of get in a scrunched mode with your knees facing the ground, and you take your knee in towards your elbow. It's somewhat similar to one of the first moves, which was the plank to elbow, but this time you keep yourself in a scrunch position. This even isolates your obliques even more. Now, our last move is we gotta finish off with a plank. I love planks, and this kind of starting and ending with plank for me is great because it helps you to really hold a plank for a longer period of time. You want to work up to holding it as long as possible. I know some people that can hold it for 3 minutes, and they've clearly been practicing plank for a while. Make sure you don't dip your back even though you're tired, because I know at this point in the workout you're getting tired. If you dip your back, you're going to be putting strain on your lower back muscles. So make sure you keep that straight back. All right, guys, so you just finished your first Liv ab series. Keep doing this about 4 or 5 times a week, and you'll definitely start seeing results quickly.